7 Dark Psychology Tricks People Use to Control You, and How to Defend Yourself. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling guilty, even though you did nothing wrong? Or agreed to something you never wanted to do? What if I told you that some people intentionally use psychological manipulation to control your emotions, decisions, and behavior? The scary part? Most of these tactics are invisible. Today, you'll learn 7 dark psychology tricks used by manipulators, and more importantly, how to protect yourself from every single one. Let's get into it. 1. The guilt trap. Manipulators know that guilt is one of the strongest human emotions. Instead of asking directly for what they want, they'll make you feel bad for saying no. They might say, "After everything I've done for you," or, "I guess I can't count on you anymore." Notice what's happening. They're not solving a problem. They're making you feel responsible for their emotions. Self-defense. Separate the request from the guilt. Ask yourself, would I still do this if they weren't making me feel guilty? If the answer is no, stand your ground. 2. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone makes you question your own memory, perception, or sanity. For example, you clearly remember them saying something, but later they respond, "I never said that. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive." Over time, you begin trusting them more than yourself. That's the goal. Self-defense. Keep records. Texts, emails, notes. Facts are stronger than manipulation. Trust evidence over emotional pressure. 3. Love bombing. This tactic often appears in friendships, relationships, and even workplaces. Someone gives you massive attention, constant compliments, endless praise. They make you feel special. But then suddenly, the attention disappears. Why? Because the affection wasn't genuine. It was bait. Self-defense. Trust consistency, not intensity. Real relation. 4. The silent treatment. Silence can be a weapon. Some people stop talking to punish you. Not because they need space, but because they want control. They know humans hate social rejection, so they use silence to force compliance. Self-defense. Don't chase. Don't beg. Respectfully give space. A healthy person communicates. A manipulator uses silence as leverage. 5. Fear manipulation. Fear shuts down critical thinking. That's why manipulators create worst-case scenarios. They say things like, "If you leave, you'll regret it. Nobody else will help you. You'll fail without me." The goal isn't truth. The goal is fear. Self-defense. Ask, what evidence supports this claim? Fear loses power when examined logically. 6. Social pressure. Humans naturally follow groups. Manipulators know this. They'll say, "Everyone agrees with me. You're the only one who thinks that." Even if it's completely false. They're using social pressure to make you conform. Self-defense. Truth isn't determined by popularity. Think independently. The crowd isn't always right. 7. Playing the victim. One of the most powerful manipulation tactics. Every problem becomes someone else's fault. Every criticism becomes an attack. Every consequence becomes unfair treatment. They avoid responsibility by becoming the victim. Self-defense. Focus on actions, not stories. Ask, what actually happened? Facts reveal more than emotional narratives. Dark psychology isn't magic. It isn't mind control. It's simply the strategic use of human emotions. The good news? Once you recognize these tactics, they lose much of their power. Awareness is your greatest defense. The strongest people aren't the ones who never get manipulated. They're the ones who can recognize manipulation before it controls them. If